road bikes are evolving really quickly. It seems like every season there's newer, faster, and more impressive bikes on the market. And that's great. But what's not so great is how much they cost. I guess that's why many of us turn to platforms like Alibaba and AliExpress, because we want the speed, comfort, and reliability of big-name brands without the high price tag. That's why I'm building this catalog of good quality Chinese brands to provide a healthy middle ground. Today, we're going to be looking at Winspace. Alright, so Winspace. From all the bikes that we've looked at so far, Winspace is probably the best known. They've been producing high-end race bikes for around a decade now, competing at UCI continental level, as well as having their bikes in the Olympics. When taking a look at their website, we can see that Winspace distributes to more than 200 stores in 5 different continents with lots of different options and specifications to choose from. So a customer can spec the bike how they want or buy a frame on its own in a color of their choosing. So today we're going to be taking a deeper dive into the C5 model in this fetching rainbow color scheme. This is the Winspace C5. A frame built for endurance with aerodynamics in mind. According to the company, they opt for a unique one-piece molding process, which makes the frames more durable and resilient. The bike I am riding today is a size M. I'm 172 centimeters, so this bike fits me pretty well. I'll put up a size guide for anyone interested in that. The bike frame comes at 2 different price points, the C5-1, which is aluminium, and the C5-3, which has a T800 carbon layup. As can be expected, both frames are identical in geometry, it's just the materials used which lead to a difference in price. The entry-level frame comes with components such as this RPM crank and Shimano 11-speed mechanical group set, with a split aluminium stem and bar combination. The thing I really like about this setup is that although it's the cheaper version with lower spec components, it's still semi-integrated and the bike has a clean look to it. One of my complaints with handlebars is that usually in a size M, most bikes come with a 40 centimeter bar. However, this Winspace has a 38 centimeter bar coming as standard on the M. So that's a win for Winspace. For the wheels, Winspace has a variety of different options to choose from, with their most famous probably being these Lun Hyper wheels. However, the C5-1 model, which I am riding today, comes spec'd with stock aluminium wheels. Lastly, the frame has clearance for 32mm tires, but I have a sneaky feeling that you could probably fit 34s if you really wanted. So the first thing I noticed when I got on this bike is the geometry is pretty relaxed. The stack and reach on the size M are higher and shorter than the S on my Canyoneer Road, which is to be expected. The bike is supposed to be more of an endurance bike with some aerodynamic shapes to it, so that's why it's like that. Even though the setup I'm riding today doesn't have deep section carbon wheels, it holds speed pretty well, and I think that comes down to the geometry. I really like the color scheme. It makes it feel like summer, even though it's freezing cold right now. So if you're looking for a bike for those long days in the saddle to help with fatigue and generally be more comfortable, then this bike with wide-rimmed carbon wheels might be for you. In terms of quality and reliability, Winspace is a pretty big brand shipping worldwide. Their bikes are UCI approved and raced professionally, as well as used in the Olympics. I mean, those stats speak for themselves. They have over 200 stores worldwide, which offer warranties and return policies, and the same goes for their online orders. When looking at their website, professional bike racers as well as reviewers talk highly of their bikes, their wheels, and carbon products as a whole. It seems to be a winning space for Winspace. So is it worth it? As always, I'll provide you with details and you can make up your own mind about that. The Winspace C5 3 version has a carbon frame, carbon wheels, and a carbon integrated cockpit, and it comes with a Shimano 12-speed Di2 group set. It weighs in at around 7.6 kg without pedals, and the final cost is 13,999 RMB, which is around 1,525 pounds when bought here in China. For more details, I'll add a link in the description for anyone who's interested in that. Today we took a look at Winspace. It's a brand that's well established around Europe, so many people trust it. However, many people around the world relate Chinese bike and products to platforms like Alibaba and AliExpress, and that's just not fair. Like anywhere else in the world, if you're paying a small amount of money, you're not going to get a credible product. If you pay the right amount of money, you're going to get a good product. That's where China is really good. It can provide you a very high quality product for a very reasonable price. Within the next few months, we're going to be taking a look at many new bikes, so stay tuned. See you in the next one.